What is going on, guys? I'm Consumer Tech Review, and today I'm gonna be doing a review of the LTC NB681 NimbleBack. I'm gonna do the unboxing for you, and then I'm gonna go over the pros and the cons and my own real life experience that I've had with this keyboard. And if at any point during the video, if you wanna check out this keyboard for yourself, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys, but let's jump into the unboxing. Here's the timestamp if you wanna skip it. LTC NimbleBack, we're unboxing it. Okay, you guys have been asking me for so long to do a review slash unboxing of this thing. And finally, I'm like, okay, I'll finally do it. Okay, so let's go over it. Very generic packaging, but I don't mind it. Oh, and there she is. I like that. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I have no idea anything basically about this keyboard at all. I kinda like the NimbleBack right there. I think it looks nice. The bottom is interesting, definitely not generic. It looks like they have a cutout for like where a USB dongle would be cut out. They have actually nice, super tough to flip up risers, which is not a bad thing. They are very hard to flip up, but really nice rubber actually. I'm impressed. Okay, just like the RK84, we got a USB-C with two USBs. I'm pretty, obviously they're powered, so you should be able to charge things. But yeah, going over the front of it, it looks pretty nice. I do like that they have minimal of that kind of printing, the secondary printing. This printing doesn't look the best, but honestly, we're gonna throw some custom keycaps on here, especially if you guys are getting one, you're absolutely gonna do that. So yeah, let's go over what's in the box. You got the user manual. Oh, there's a USB dongle just loose in there. Well, that's really good. It says Logi. It says Logi. Is this a Logitech one? They're just using a Logitech one. Okay, well, I mean, that works. You got a switch puller in here, and you do have some, what are these switches? Hano switches. These are some Hano brown switches. You have a USB-C cable in there, and then that is it. All right, now let's go over this right off the bat. First of all, pretty thick, honestly, but not in a bad way. I think it probably just looks thick because this isn't a sit on top. They're actually recessed in there, which is actually not my favorite. Let's see if you can pull this off. You cannot. All right, but let's get a feeling test right off the bat. Okay, straight up, stabilizers are pretty good. Not insanely good, but pretty good. Although I will say, this keyboard feels very solid, quite solid. It's so funny they have that there. Wait, does this, nope. That's so funny. Is there any on switch or something? Am I missing an on switch? Why did they put this in there? This is a very interesting unboxing. But yeah, this is the NimbleBack, very interesting unboxing. And I literally just finished the unboxing, but I actually found out, one, the RGB looks really good. And second of all, this does come off. It's just a little bit harder to come off. Look at that whole thing comes off, a little skirt like that. That's really cool because you can like take this off and paint it. Just freaking awesome. So yeah, that actually does come off. Missed that in the unboxing, but found it right afterwards. Look at that. Super cool. And we are back. Let's jump right into the very first pro, which is it is a 65% board, which is my personal favorite form factor. You get basically almost the amount of space saving as a 60% keyboard, but you still get those arrow keys, which are extremely important to me. But yeah, so you get like almost the same form factor as a 60%, but you get more usability. So it's pretty much perfect. All right, let's talk the switches. This comes with Hano switches. You can get these in either red, blue, or brown switches. I personally have the brown switches, and this is how it sounds. And that is how it sounds. All right, but the biggest pro of all is not the switches. That's why I kind of just brushed over them. And really, you shouldn't even care which switch you get, because the biggest pro of all with this keyboard is it is fully hot swappable with 3 and 5 pin switches. So you can hot swap pretty much any switch you want into this keyboard, which is so freaking cool. Now that in itself is ridiculous at this incredibly low price point, but beyond that, think about this as this is not just like a crappy hot swappable PCB or a good hot swappable PCB, but then like a crappy everything else, like crappy build quality and crappy everything else and bad keycaps. Like this is still a legitimate keyboard that you can use every day as a legitimate mechanical keyboard. It's not like they skimp out on everything else. Like it's a full mechanical keyboard with a fully hot swappable PCB. And I know I'm not at the overall verdict yet, but this is probably one of the best keyboards to get into customizing your keyboard or hot swapping it if you like this 65% form factor. But let's move on to the RGB. Okay, let's talk about the RGB. This thing is absolutely crazy. And this is the theme throughout this keyboard, is it's just doing every single thing right for a specific type of person. Not everyone should buy the LTC NimbleBack, but the RGB is really, really, really good at this price point, like really good. I have never seen a keyboard that has this good RGB at 50 bucks besides something like the Gamma K, but again, not hot swappable. Okay, so it's got great colors, fantastic brightness, good vibrancy, tons of different modes. Obviously, it's perky lighting. Now, the RK84, which is another keyboard that's very similar to this one, 75% form factor, that doesn't even come close to the brightness of this keyboard, having them side by side. It is a massive difference. That still has really good RGB, but this one has fantastic RGB, especially at this incredibly low price point. So yeah, if you do want to put like pudding keycaps or other shine through keycaps, this will be a good keyboard for that. But this keyboard seems like it was purposely built for someone that wants to customize a mechanical keyboard, because every single part of this thing, they got like perfect for someone that wants to customize their keyboard. Obviously, this thing's stock is good. It's not fantastic, but when you can customize it so easily in an easy manner that's beginner friendly, that's something big. Okay, so let's move on to the next pro, which does have something to do with what we just said. This is a removable skirt. So the entire skirt, with either if you don't want the skirt on there and just have it be like sit on top with your keys, or if you wanna have that skirt, you can take it off literally by just popping it off and customizing it yourself. Now, it doesn't just go around the edges, but also some of the top, like where the arrow keys are. So it actually covers quite a bit of the keyboard. So if you wanted to just not spray paint the entire body, so without taking off any screws, you could take that thing, paint it yourself, spray paint it, whatever you want, put it back on there, it would change the keyboard entirely. And that's such, like, again, such an easy way to customize this thing without even, you know, having to do a lot of stuff, without having to even unscrew anything. That's crazy. Or even take the keycaps off, or the switches. Like, you wouldn't have to do any of that to customize just the color or the, you know, pattern that you wanted to paint on the skirt. That's just insane. All right, this uses a detachable USB-C for connection, but beyond that, when you use that detachable USB-C, you are powering 2 additional USB Type A ports, which you can plug in your peripherals like a headset, a mouse, or you can charge something like your phone or like maybe your AirPods or something like that. So yeah, that is so cool to have, and it just like furthers the usability of this keyboard. But usually I talk about the build quality first, but I'm talking about it last because there was a lot of like pros and cons and stuff that we needed to talk about. But the build quality is really good. It's very similar to a Royal Clutch keyboard. So if you've ever used a Royal Clutch keyboard, very similar. Everything fits together nicely. It's put together well, good quality plastics. It feels heavy. It feels solid to type on. Pretty much no complaints for a stock keyboard at 50 bucks. I mean, honestly, if I was gonna price this with all of the other reviews that I've done, I would say this is like 75. All right, the overall verdict and the #1 biggest pro of all, which is this thing costs 50 bucks for its retail price. That is just unbelievable. For 50 bucks, you are getting a fully hot swappable PCB. You're getting a solid keyboard that has great build quality. You're getting really good RGB to a point where you can put pudding keycaps on it, and a keyboard that can be extremely easily customized with a removable skirt. And again, that fully hot swappable PCB. I cannot say this enough. Again, guys, if you want to check out this keyboard, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. But this is the #1 recommended keyboard that I have ever reviewed. There is no keyboard to this date that I think is a better keyboard, factoring in the price and performance that you can get from a keyboard. Yes, there are better keyboards that I reviewed, absolutely. But for the price, for $50, this is unbelievable. This is absolutely the best keyboard to buy. Now, obviously, something like the TechWear Phantom is still better stock. That keyboard will always be better stock. It will sound better, it'll feel better stock. This one, if you want to customize it, you get a massive amount of bang for your buck, especially with just, I mean, everything, 65% instead of 60%. That was awesome. Fully hot swappable, not just hot swappable with like optical switches if they want. Like, they could have easily put in optical switches, but no, they went the extra mile, fully hot swappable. You get a removable skirt instead of just having something like, no one would have been like, oh, you didn't put a removable skirt on here, but they did it anyway. This thing is purpose built. You get 2 powered USBs instead of just having a detachable USB-C like everyone else does. This keyboard was purpose built for someone that wants to customize their keyboard. And you know, this is the kind of keyboards you could have for 10 years. I mean, honestly, why couldn't you? You swap out the switches when a switch goes bad, or you want to change your switch, you swap it out. If you want to paint it 3 or 4 times, you can do that. Like, this is one of those keyboards that will, you know, it's such a good deal. So yeah, again, guys, go check out the LTC NimbleBack. What an amazing keyboard. Still, like, absolutely blown away. I know so many of you guys have asked me to review it, and I was kind of like, what, LTC NimbleBack? Like, what is that? I hadn't heard of it until you guys started recommending it, and it happened to be, you guys were right once again, one of the best keyboards, no, the best keyboard on the channel to date. This was Consumer Tech Review. If you enjoyed this video, edit out to you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy keyboard reviews, peripheral reviews, or top 5 or top 10 tech videos, I do a ton of those. So please consider subscribing below. That's probably the best I've done that and the best I've done my outro. This was Consumer Tech Review, and I'll see you guys later.